Part 9. Sorry for the interruption. Despite what may have appeared to be a disorganized hoarder of useless things, he was in fact a saver and repurposer of things. Those were the best kind of people in our world. The ones that don't need to consume more and new. The ones that value the old and know the energy required to create new. There is so much waste these days, overconsumption of goods and resources. He told Crystal Dawn there are two types of engineers. One who created something for the purpose of breaking, the most despicable kind, and the one who created something to last forever. These people were scarce, as it meant the customer would not return for repairs. Warranties would be useless, and the machine would not be fed its toll. Ah, the machine! With such frustration, Crystal stared at the now slightly ratty 1984 book on the desk. Its front cover was now slightly ripped, standing 3 inches in the air. It wanted to be read. It needed to be finished. She hadn't picked it up since she found out Julia had fallen asleep while being read to. It was exasperating and left her wondering, what's the point? If no one cares to hear, then what is the point? It would take all people on earth to fix it. If no one would even listen, then what was the point of trying this hard? Those were the thoughts of hopelessness. Crystal Dawn recognized it and reasoned that the hopeless road was not one that she could travel. This was Crystal's road. As I walked along this path called life, something shiny caught my eye. It glistened, calling just my sound. With ease I moved into its realm. Yet capture, not easy and well sought, became my character's central plot. Off the beaten path it gleamed, full of peril and heartache it seemed. Was it worth the price so dear, or was it just desire's fear? Obsession carries a heavy cost. All other interests are seemingly lost. But what if the object you hold so dear is nothing more than a shiny mirror? For it is within ourselves we long to obtain our own siren song. Passions pursued, time beautifully spent, the treasures within us won't cost you a cent. It was 10:30 p.m., back from Kelowna. Turns out Crystal had misunderstood the trip. It was not to discuss their involvement in Belize. There was no mention of it, but rather the detailed plans from a construction company that would complete the work. It was part of the purchase agreement to use a contractor. Crystal was merely there to build a fence. Labor. Thankfully, when she was at her lowest, Yerasimos always tried to help pick her up again. He gave encouraging words that they would rather be the builders of the world. They had spoken of their love for work for so long. She lay across him, over, under, and through, as he gingerly rubbed her back. A few tears fell. He got it. He knew. He had been raised in a family a few steps above the lowest rung, so he had never been in want. He had completed a degree with fabulous grades, started a vehicle import company, and rebuilt his favorite car to be electric all before he was 30. He owned houses, he traveled the world. That was all before his experience. Most people have experienced enough by their 40s to give an idea of what life is really like. Some are jaded, few are hopeful, but most are indifferent as they strive to thrive and survive. Yerasimos had lost his business and both homes got swallowed up in relationship separations with nothing to show in the end except a semi-container of old furniture and a few vehicles in a farm field that couldn't be registered. He was someone that had the most beautiful soul, an incredible drive, and had been reduced to forced full-time employment selling gasoline vehicles. The once president of the Vancouver Electric Vehicle Association had been a visionary of the next generation's sustainable future and was now selling gas-guzzling cars. A trip to Burning Man had freed his soul. Burning Man had that power, don't you know? It is not what it used to be and never will be again, but small burns will rise globally. They are the rainbow warriors of the Native American prophecy.